Now, our correspondent, Tokwe Kutei, is right there in ABIA State as well to give us an update on what is happening in ABIA State. Tokwe.
Yeah, good afternoon. It's morning. Good morning. We're here inside the Governorship Election Results Collation Center at the INEC headquarters in Umuahia, the ABIA State capital. And as you can see behind me, all is set to commence the collation of the result. And as I was told earlier before now, that out of 17 local government areas, we have 10 electoral officers present to present their results. And on my right hand side, we have observers. We have on my left, we have accredited party agents, electoral officers, and at behind me there, we also have where the acting reg and the returning officer will be sitting to collect the collation results and then announcements of the different results from the different local government areas will be announced down here at the INEC headquarters in Umuahia. So far, so good. We're still waiting, but the PRO announced just a few minutes ago that by 12, the exercise will start here at this center.
One of the interesting questions to find out would probably be how come we do not have the results as expected, on IREV fully uploaded. So far, what we have are 3,400 out of 4,062 of the results that we're supposed to have right there. I mean, with where you are at this point, making about 83.73%. I'm wondering because it seems like it's the same thing, everywhere. What do you make of that?
Can you take that again, please?
We don't have all the results on IREV, even though, as you said, 10 out of 17 local government results have right there at the location where you are, expecting that 7 others will join in. But we have quite a number of, local governments, the results posted. Wards and polling units from the local government posted, even though not all. I'm wondering why all of them are not uploaded. Just about 5 of them have completely uploaded all their results on IREV.
Okay, if I hear you clearly, you're talking about the IREV, but when I spoke to the public relations officer here earlier, he said out of the 17 local governments, the EOs here are 10, and compared to the last election where they had issues of uploading results on the IREV, there's been no report of these issues at this election. So possibly some of the EOs that were uploaded this to the IREV at their different polling booths. So that is all I can say about that.
Doctor, I wanted to find out from you how is it the distance of the people? I mean, some of the local governments, is it that they are quite far from where you are? Is that what is causing this issue, or their cancellation, or their incidences? Because there are reasons for why all of them are not there. I think ABIA has just about 17 local governments.
Yeah.
I can't still hear you well. If you can take that again.
I was saying that ABIA has just about 17 local governments, if my data here is correct, and from what I said, just about 6 have been completely uploaded on the IREV portal. So I'm wondering what's causing that particular delay. Is it that some certain places are far away from? You said some EOs are there, about 10 of them. Yeah. Is it that their distances are quite far from the headquarters, that's Umuahia here, or there are incidences that is causing this delay?
Okay, fine. Yesterday, first we were here till about 2 a.m. yesterday until the public relations officer told us that we should be here by 9 a.m. And we've been here since 9 a.m. and he just announced that this collation will start by 12. But yesterday now there was a downpour which lasted for over 2 hours, and till about 12 it was still drizzling. So he said one of the reasons why the collation was delayed yesterday is because of the rain, and also it's not only the state governorship elections, we also have the state assembly elections too. So most of the EOs are still collating results for the state assembly elections while they're waiting for the governorship election results.
I know that you were talking to us from yesterday morning, the whole process and everything, that we saw, we felt from you. For other states, including some neighboring states, they're witnessing some problems, but then, they're treating it and taking it from, time to time. But covering the election yesterday in ABIA and looking at the process today, have there been any other issues? And speak to us with regards to security, which is also very important as collation, is yet to start there.
Okay, if I can hear you clearly, it's about the security.
Well, that is the second leg of my question. Go right ahead, Tokwe.
Okay, basically about the security, gaining access to this place is very difficult. You have to present all the necessary identification cards for you to enter the collation center here. And even before we were able to gain access to the routes that led to this place, there are several checkpoints by police officers, and security operatives trying to ensure that no one is coming here to foment any trouble. So the security here is tight, and by and large across the state too, we've heard about security presence in most places, even though yesterday we also heard incidences of ballot box snatching, harassment and intimidation. But we've spoken to the police and they said they're on top of the situation. But by and large, there's not been any record of violence in any parts of the state for now.
Tokwe Kuti there at the ABIA State Collation Center. He says that by 12 we will be getting, the results from there. Many thanks. We'll circle back to you very shortly.
But River State is still on. We'll be bringing in another set of guests shortly. But let's quickly segue back to River State, where the collation process is still ongoing, as we brought to you earlier. And, as you said, Jeffrey, you kept saying it's a battleground, whether or not how salient that is. Well, maybe this is part of
we didn't follow up on whether the election. Okay, I think they started. Let's take a listen.
Now that we've been made to understand that we are just here to crown a king that has already been decorated or coronated. But on your site, INEC, you have 38,000.
As what? What figure?
As a number of accredited voters.
Number of accredited voters, okay.
38,953. Okay. But the returning officer is giving us a figure of 40,702. That contradicts and invalidates all that he has done. Of course, you know that. I want to say it again, that this result that has been turned in here is fictitious, is fabricated, and cannot stand. Thank you.
You want to respond? No, he is saying there's a conflict.
It's unfortunate that some persons want to be here just to be recognized. This fellow...
You are not quarreling with anybody, returning officer, please.
He is not the...
You are not quarreling with anybody, please.
The agent of his party signed this resolution. The agent of his party, I'm sure that he is not from that agent. The agent of SDP signed this result.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You can present it. Thank you, returning officer. Thank you. Come back. Come and sign your stamp, the stamp, our next stamp. No problem. You are not going with anybody, please. Hello. SDP agent. SDP agent. SDP agent. SDP agent. SDP agent. SDP agent. Hello. Let me read a section of the declaration to you, please. That the returning officer for the state collation has the power to remove any person from the collation center for one, disorderliness manner and failure to comply with lawful order. Please. You see, there are avenue created by government, by INEC, for the dangers of annoyance. And that is the truth. There are avenues. So it is not by abusing ourselves and insulting ourselves that normally solves a problem. Please. No, but I also noticed that your temper was high. No, we cannot. Please. We are so matured that our words to stand against us. Please. Ogubolo local government area, is he here? Okay, come forward with your returning officer. This is Ogubolo, as is spelled. Ogubolo, as is spelled. G-O-G-U. Then U, capital B-O-L-O. Okay. Is it correct? Yes, correct. Okay. Slash. Is this slash or hyphen? Either hyphen or slash. Okay. Thank you very much, EO. Introduce yourself and your returning officer.
Good afternoon, Commissioner and the returning officer, other members of the executive, and the Commissioner of Police from Anambra, who happens to be my neighbor in Amobi. My name is Austin Wan. I'm Deputy Officer of Ogubolo Local Government Area. And that's my return.
Good afternoon, sirs. My name is Dr. Oriakona Obimiata. I actually served as the returning officer for
Ogubolo Local
Government Area.
So let's hear from you.
We had 12 wards in Ogubolo. The total number of registered voters, some 61705. 61705. Total number of accredited voters, 9295. 9295. The votes scored by the parties. Party A, 121. 121. AA, 14. 14. AAC, 1. 1. ADC, 10. 10. ADP, 7. 7. APC, 1524. 1524. APGA, Abgar, 4. 4. APM, 4. 4. APP, 4. 4. BP, 0. 0. LP, 34. 34. NNPP, 0. 0. NRM, 17. 17. PDP 7103. 7103. SDP 310. 310. YPP 2. 2. ZLP 0. 0. Total valid votes 9155. 9155. Total rejected votes 140. 140. Total votes cast 9295. 9295. Thank you.
Okay. Any cancellation?
No.
Okay. Comments from Ogubolo? Ogubolo? Okay, Ogubolo. Yes. Yeah, give him the mic. This is not off your mic.
Sir, I will say a few things. I have a lot to say about Ogubolo, but because of time,
Okay.
I just want to put this on record again. Then,
But
that
I will
INEC,
no, just a minute. I will actually advise that these valuable comments that you are making are documented and submitted.
yes, we have it. That Ogubolo, returning officer, have declared here that he has 9,295 accredited voters. That, again, is not true. What is on INEC server is 8,909. Where is these figures coming from? The foundation of this result is bad, though. Thank you.
Yeah, go on, yeah. It's also a conflict. What you're just emphasizing is a conflict between the figures he has and that on the, is it on the IREV? Yes. On the IREV? Yes. Okay.
Respected Prof, just to place on record too.
Okay.
Since your hands are tied here at the stage, that we shall document the electoral atrocities committed in Ogubolo. So we reject it and we don't want to waste your time, so let's move on.
Thank you very much. Thank you. These are the beauty, you see, the beauty of democracy is the right of everybody to present his or her grievances. And this is actually noted. This is actually noted. That's why I advise that please make documentations. Documentations and photographs may not tell lies at the appropriate portal. Thank you very much. Please present your report.
I want to add, I think my voice can carry, that elections were... Not on.
No, the press it down.
Okay. I want to add that elections were significantly peaceful in Ogubolo. At least I've participated in elections since 2011. This is one of the most peaceful I have come across in acting as an ad hoc staff. Thank you.
Thank you for adding your voice to the process. Submit your result, please. You are INEC. My Tio. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes. Okay. No cancellation. No, nothing very nice.
Well, still the 2023 verdict studios of Channels Television covering the state elections for you, following, of course, what happened on February 25. Now, the elections happened yesterday, all of it. Those that didn't take place yesterday, some of them are ongoing right now. The one of Lagos. We're yet to confirm whether or not the Asaritoru and Degema elections have commenced or happened. We'll certainly keep you informed about that. And of course, we've been telling you about the collation results, collation of results, the process in Ogun State. Let's go quickly to Ogun State, giving you some ideas of what's happening there. We'll be right back with some of our guests.
Local government for the 2023 governorship election. The result is as presented as follows. Number of registered voters: 167,753. 167,753. Number of accredited voters: 37553. 37553. Now, the votes according to the parties. Party A, 29. A, 29. AA, 09. AA, 09. AAC, 95. AAC, 95. ADC, 9143. ADC, 9143. ADP, 178. ADP, 178. APC, 14294. APC, 14294. APM, 57. APM, 57. APP, 13. APP, 13. NNPP, 34. NNPP, 34. NRM, 30. NRM, 30. PDP, 12622. PDP, 12622. PRP, 07. PRP, 07. SDP, 10. SDP, 10. Total valid votes: 36521. 36521. Total rejected votes: 1018. 1018. Total votes cast: 37539. 37539.
Any cancellation?
Yes, there are cancellations.
Give us that and reasons why.
Yes, Ward 6, that's Bagura, involving three units, unit 4, 9, and 11. It was as a result of violence, and at the end of the day, we recorded 0 for all the political parties.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. So we go to Ijebu East. Professor Shodia Adeshino. Shele Muideen, who is the electoral officer. Just come forward, please. Shodia.
Ijebu East, no way to buy.
My name is Shele Muideen, the electoral officer in Ijebu East local government.
My name is Professor Adeshino Shodia from Computer Science Department, Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. I served as the collation officer for the governorship election held yesterday. And I'm going to present the summary of results from that local government as follows. Total number of registered voters, 77,171. Number of accredited voters. Okay, total number of registered voters again, 77,171. Hope that is okay. Number of accredited voters, 21896. 21896. The result from all the parties, 27. A27. AA22. AA22. AAC 60. AAC 60. ADC 1885. 1885. ADP 105. ADP 105. APC 7883. 7883. APM 25. 25. APP 06. 06. NNPP 45. 45. NRN 39. 39. PDP 11242. 11242. PRP 03. SDP PRP again 03. PRP 03. SDP 10. SDP 10. Total valid votes 21352. 21352. Rejected votes 542. 542. Total votes cast 21894. 21894. That's the summary of the result from that local government. Thank you.
Is there any cancellation?
Yes, there was cancellation from Unit 6, Ward 9, from that local government.
So what caused it?
Violence, destruction of election.
So what did you do?
To give all the parties 0.
Okay. Please come and present your results.
Total accredited population. Accredited 2-1. 869. 896. 896. You need glasses. It's eye time. They are winning from so far, number of
Next is Remono. Professor Ayuajasa, Olakwekuyemisi. The electoral officer is Odeta Irua Posete.
Well, the process in Ogun State continues with that electoral officer being called, and of course we'll keep you informed as the proceedings are ongoing. Well, just to let you know that that process is going on in a sizable number of states, if not all the states in Nigeria, and all eyes are on the results as they are being collated and the announcements are being made. In Ogun State, as we told you, a good number of the results have been already uploaded on the website of INEC as at on the IREV, the INEC election results portal. As at this moment, 97.30% of votes. We're expecting 505,042 of those results in Ogun State, but now we have 4,906 of those results have been uploaded on the IRF portal of INEC.
Ogun State.
That's for Ogun State.
100%.
Oh, they're almost 100%. Yeah, but then the issue that Jeffrey mentioned earlier, out of the 20 local governments, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, not all of them have been fully uploaded. Some we're still expecting results from some polling units on the IRF portal for the Ogun State elections. But then
we've also been to Rivers, where we brought you, some of those updates on the collation taking place in Port Harcourt. We understand so far 6 local governments. We've heard their results. They've been called, and this is out of 17 still being expected, and some elections that are supposed to hold today.
Lagos is one that's ongoing.
Yes.
And Rivers is another. We also know that the process is about to, if not already started, in ABIA State. We heard that
about
from...
to start.
Yeah.
But let's also remember that Oyo had started collation. They've done 18 states so far.
18 local governments.
18, sorry. Did I say state? 18 local governments so far. So we're expecting the rest as soon as. So we're expecting that with the way things are going, significant number of states should be able to make that call today, that all important call. I'm curious to know, especially that those my battleground states, permit me, according to I'm curious to know how things will pan out, but
I'm curious about the colors, the map.
Yes, the colors. Our map still there waiting to be painted by the different colors of the political parties who eventually emerge winners at the end of the exercise.
Yeah, and the colors are going to become as given to us by INEC.
Very important.
The canvas holder is INEC, and let everyone, whatever results you have, the most we can do is what is happening in River State, which is, make your case right there at the collation center. And whatever we put on social media What is the objective is the question that you should be asking. What do you want it to achieve when you are raising those issues? Is it just to raise emotions, or they're actually statements of facts? So at the end of the day, there are three layers to it. The first one is the one that is happening now, collation in almost, if not all, states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We've brought you reports from a few of them. The second leg is where INEC has 7 days to review the announcements that have been made of the results that are being collated as at this moment. And the third is at the tribunal, where they will either be, the results will either be validated, affirmed, or another call will be made by the judiciary. So let's keep our eyes on those things. And I know we've talked about the fact that trust deficit has been greatly depleted, but for now, that's the only process we have.
To keep the peace and keep the sanity.
Absolutely. The trust quotient is low, but that is the only process we have for now. Let's all do any and everything we can to make it work, because at the end of the day, there's only one country in the entire world called Nigeria. I'm not going to humor myself with what we hear about the metaverse or the multiverse, that there are some other Nigeria somewhere else. I haven't seen that on any geographical map, but this is the only country we have that is our own, and let us keep it just at that. We have some guests already joined us to converse with us about some of the issues that have arisen and are rising, are coming up. To help assess the process, the cost of the polls, the political economy, if we can use the term, the entire process as it's ongoing and where it will eventually taper out to. We still have with us Abdul Kadir Usani, who is a legal practitioner, with us in our studio in Kano. We also have with us Oluwole Osaze Uzi, joining us from Edo State, as well as Emmanuel Ayede, an IRAD analyst. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Sonny in particular, thank you for your patience and for staying with us all the while. So please help us understand better the legal perspectives of the issues that have been raised in Rivers State. I'm pretty sure you've been watching as well. What are some of the legal issues that are arising, even though you also heard the collation officer there saying, look, according to the law, any disruption that crosses a particular line, the electoral officer, the collation officer, is at liberty to take anyone out. Speak to us about the process of agitation or redress for this process, so the viewer can know and possibly tell one or two other persons who need to know.
Thank you very much. You see, first of all, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, you see, Electoral Act provided in a number of its sections how an officer of the INEC should conduct himself, especially on the basis of where someone tried to disrupt the processes. On the issue you just referred to, if a man tried to disrupt the processes of collation, the officer in charge has the powers to have him removed. But that is after taking certain steps, either calling his attention to the fact that he's disrupting the process and that he refused to accede to the advice. He can have him removed in the interest of the generality. Now, on the issue of redress open to people who have complaints, the law is clear. If you have a process, just like you've said earlier on, there are 3 segments you are going to take. First of all, you document your agitation, at the level where the result, is being put up, perhaps at the polling unit, which means you have agents, if there are complaints, he can notify them that, he disagrees with the processes. That is number one. The second one, which is also taken care, by the law, is for you to, put up by document as well, intimating that particular process, one, you can even refuse to sign the result on the basis of those complaints. And the final one, which will be the one that you'll be handling before the Electoral election petitions. And then, like I've always said, if you have complaints, there are a number of complaints which the law will look at, as a valid point to nullify the election, or to say that that particular complaint is not grave enough for it to, set the whole process or upturn the whole process. If you look at the provision of the law, even when you are filing a petition, there are grounds clearly stipulated upon which you are bringing your petition. So if you come outside those grounds, you naturally know that, you may end up just running the process, but at the end of it all, you may not have redress as appropriately provided for law, because those particular circumstances are not the one anticipated by the law. Now, I also want to speak about, one of the issue, because it's an issue also ancillary to having redress, issue of situation where, you have electoral offenses committed. The law is clear. If you look at the provision of Section 22 of the Electoral Act, it did speak about vote buyings and other offenses related to that. You look at Section 126, with all the subparagraphs, it made it clear on offenses also, which are also attached to those offenses which could be also termed as electoral offenses. One of them is, ballot snatching, disruption of election, creating an unfriendly situation, at that particular polling unit or wherever, the case may be. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is that once you try to do that, security officers who are present will have their day. But if you look at the number of complaints, filing in across the country, in some places, especially in the north, you understand that some of these incidences are happening. For instance, vote buying. A lot of complaints are coming on board that there are a number of vote buying, in some states of the north. And also, there are situations where, people go boldly and snatch, electoral boxes, which, if you look at it, it is something that the security agents should come out full head to neck and defend the processes. But unverified sources are indicating that, some of the people, is as if the law enforcement agents are looking away from, all of that. I didn't verify those facts, but I have them reliably,
Mr. Sonny, if you can hear me.
Yes.
Well, these are one of the, you remember that we talked about this yesterday with you in particular, about these electoral offenses and the enforcement of all of it. We discussed the fact that on the one hand are the vote buyers. On how about the vote sellers? We talked about this, largely yesterday, if you would recall. And with these issues coming up now, I'm wondering where you think it's likely to end up.
This is why yesterday, when I was addressing the situation, I did say vote buying and vote selling being, by its nature, is something that you need an actus reus of the person who is committing the offense. But the situation, as the reports are filing in, is that people are coming up openly, which means they are being caught in the act. Whereof, in addition to people who were said to have been arrested, more people would have been arrested. I can remember clearly one of the reports, the complaint we had yesterday was that a non-identifiable person guarded by security agents walked into a polling unit and took away the electoral box. That is there's no better definition for an electoral offense than that. The security ought not to look away from that. INEC has done so far so good, but I think we should compliment effort of INEC from the security agents to do the needful by protecting, and then we have a society full of sanity. So you see, in that circumstances now, people who are caught openly doing it, there are videos flying around. see people doing it. Materials were caught, food were caught, and also I think monies were also involved. This, you don't need better proof than this. So in this situation, unless where it does happen in secrecy, you cannot enforce, enforceability of such laws is very weak. But where you have people perpetrating it openly, I think we need to compliment the effort of the INEC. The law has made it clear. If you look at the law made it clear. We arrest them. Nobody should be above the law. Let's do whatever that we need to do to keep the society, because we have the future generation coming in, and we owe them a duty, to a better tomorrow. Thank you.
I wanted to find out from you, before I let you go, sometimes the challenge is actually the fact that certain people feel that they already know the end of the matter before it even begins. That assumption may be wrong. And what do I mean? They feel that I could hear some agents or political parties in Port Harcourt even saying, oh, you don't want to listen to our complaints right now because at the end of the day, the little money we've saved to pay our agents or officers will end up going to court. It's more like the judiciary on trial for them. They feel like if they don't get it right now, they may never get it again. And so this is why I see that hesitation, that passion to see how things can be corrected before declarations are made. How do you think in going forward, INEC can help address some of this?
That's for you, Mr. Sonny.
Mr. Sonny, can you hear me?
Very well, I can hear you. You see, where a law provides for a procedure, issue of hesitation to execute what the law provides, I think will be as if one is undermining, the regulation or the law that provides for that. If you want to curb an act, first of all, if you look at the background against which the law was made, you realize that the law made provision to create deterrence. Enactment of the law itself may reduce the commission of the offense by just a little percentage. Now, where people commit the offense in secrecy, the law does not hunt or spy into commission of the offense. The law uses what is available to it right there and then. Now, when you have a class of the society committing the offense, and there is a perceived feeling that the law enforcement agents who are supposed to protect the process are probably looking the other way, that is going to be like a selective justice, which will not augur well for the society. So I think at any point where an offense is committed, what ought to be done is have the person arrested no matter how high up. Arrest him, have him detained, law enforcement agents are there. It is the only way we can have the society to be full of sanity. But if you keep saying that, okay, we should hesitate about catching Mr. A or Mr. B or Mr. C, that is giving a terrible signal to the other side to either take the laws into their arms or create a situation of anarchy, which we don't pray for. So I don't think hesitation in that line. Of course, you have the window for INEC to address some of the complaints, but remember, for you to address such, it is not a matter of just word, you telling it to INEC that so thing happened at so point. It is only when you arrest. Let me give you an instance. During the presidential election, there was a turbulence in one of the local government or one of the constituency in Kano. But you see, INEC having full information corroborated with facts which occurred there, gave it ability to say that, okay, we cannot declare result in that particular area. That is because the circumstances that brought about that was very, in fact, the gravity of it was high, and then it also goes with losing a lot of lives. So that is the situation, the example I can give you. So, but where something is committed, arrest the person there and then, not to create a situation where you give protection. Somebody walking into a scenario.
Yeah, but that particular issue that you just raised now, valid as it is, there's an issue raised by one of the party agents in Rivers State, who said their party agents were supposed to also be at the wards. at the polling units, the very, place where these things happen. So perhaps if these issues that have been raised at the collation centers had been raised at the wards, if at all, do you think they would still be as valid at this collation center? Let me take that question to Mr. Emmanuel Ayede. Mr. Ayede, I mean, that issue has been raised, and not just this once. It's been raised several times over. When the collation process is going on, we find people who are raising issues right there and then. But they were supposed to have party agents at the polling units. If those issues had been raised, if at all they were raised at the ward level, at the polling unit level, do you think it would have escalated to the point where they are being raised at the collation centers such as this?
Well, I think that the issues would have been raised at the polling unit. The question really on the ground now will be, what's the modality for raising such issues? Do you have a form to fill that you need to submit at that polling unit point? And who are you supposed to submit it to? And what is the responsibility of the officials at that polling unit in terms of handling such complaints? I think what the polling agents simply do is to probably make a verbal complaint, just as they are doing at the collation center. There must be an appropriate way of raising such objections in a manner that the objection will be documented. I don't know what the INEC guidelines say specifically concerning that. Yeah. But in all the situations that have happened presidential election, we see them going up to the National Collation Center to levy such complaints.
Well, perhaps we should ask the INEC, someone who has experience working with INEC about that. Mr. Oluwole Osazeuzi joins us from our studios in Edo. It's something that's been said over and over again. I want to weigh in on this, Mr. Osazeuzi. What's the process? Because if the issues had been raised at the polling unit level, then at the ward level, before coming to this collation center, perhaps the contestations would have been reduced.
Yes, perhaps they would have been reduced, but let us get things in perspective. Some of the complaints may not be polling unit specific. Some complaints may arise at a lower level of collation. So if, for example, the RA, designation area or ward collation officer, has not added figures up or has decided not to add certain figures. Now, there's nothing wrong with the polling unit results, but the device now comes in at the RA or ward collation center. So when it gets to the higher level, he can raise this complaint. But if it's a complaint relating to the polling unit level, he also has a right, the agent has a right to raise it at whatever level. Because if you look at Section 65 of the Electoral Act, the returning officer has the final say on, for example, the total scores of candidates. So if you raised it at the first level, the polling unit level, and you're not satisfied with how it was attended to, raise it at the next level of collation, and you can raise all the way to the collation center, final collation center, and the returning officer, because he has the final say. So it's like an appellate procedure. Raise it at lower level, it's not attended to, you can escalate it up to the returning officer, who is the chief executive, who has the final say according to law. But there are some problems. For example, the challenge in Section 65, Section 65(1) is there's a proviso there saying that, look, if you are not, if the return is made and you're not satisfied, then the INEC can, within 7 days, review a declaration made by a returning officer. That's again, that's like the Supreme Court in that regard. It's a final determinant. The thing about that is that no procedure is actually, it's a new provision. The proviso is new, and it will be changes introduced by the Electoral Act of 2022. It's new, and unfortunately, there seems to be a lacuna, there seems to be a gap in the regulations. The regulations, guidelines, and regulations issued for 2022, issued by INEC, does not have a procedure for addressing such complaints. There's no protocol as to how it can be raised and how it can be resolved. All the law says, the law is the framework and says it should be resolved within 7 days. So the result can be reviewed, rather the word used by the section is reviewed within 7 days of the declaration of results. But one would expect, and going forward, INEC has to spell out a procedure, carry out, undertake the protocol so that everybody's familiar with the protocol. So this issue of how you raise it, how you don't raise it, you don't necessarily have to document it. The law does not say you have to put it in writing. It just says that INEC has a power to review. But in that, as
just a second, Mr. Sazeuzi, you heard the collation officer in River State telling the gentleman who was raising those complaints to formalize it because he may not be able to take verbal complaints.
Yes, he said so, because I said there's a lacuna, there's a gap there. So when there's a gap, then you have to allow the returning officer some level of discretion. Maybe that's the procedure he has decided to use. I recall in 2015, Professor Jega, as a returning officer of the presidential election, the complaints were raised by Rubebe and particularly, but one or two other agents. And he said, look, if you have any complaints, formalize it, go and put it in writing and submit it to my office. So if there is no procedure or protocol outlined in the regulations, that is what you're left with. But I think that there ought to be something in the regulations saying this is how complaints should be made. In the absence of that, I think the party agents are within their rights to raise it verbally, but it might be such that it cannot be attended to immediately there. I'm sure that's why the returning officer said, look, go and do it formally, so that we'll see the complaints, we'll see the units, we can read through it, and there's no question of, oh, I said so, I didn't say so. To articulate it probably in writing. So he has that discretion. It's not forbidden to do so. So there's nothing wrong with either the agent raising it and the returning officer now ruling on it, in the sense that, okay, I have not decided, put it in writing, then I will consider it.
You've mentioned, you said Section 65 of the Electoral Act and saying that, there appears to be a lacuna. But do you also think that perhaps INEC could have had, perhaps assisted with explaining or expatiating in its regulation, its guidelines, about that supposed lacuna in Section 65? And I'm saying this because we're having these processes ongoing. The example of Rivers and all the party agents who disagree with some of the results that are being announced. It also means that they're not confident when, these matters go to court. So they say the wheel of justice grinds slowly but surely. But some of them are not confident of that process.
Well, let me put things in context. I don't think the lacuna I talked about was between the Electoral Act and the guidelines. If everything cannot be spelled out in the Act itself, the Act, as I said, is a framework. It says, look, you have a right to do this. Commission has a power to review a result declared by the returning officer. So, yes, there's a gap there. It doesn't say how you should go about it, and that's where the regulations and guidelines come in. The regulations and guidelines are supposed to be flesh and blood to the skeleton provided by the Electoral Act. Where there is, that's what I thought I said earlier on, or maybe I wasn't clear in articulating my thoughts. Now, if there's no such procedure laid out in the Act, then the regulations and guidelines ought to fill those, whatever lacuna, whatever gap there is, by providing that protocol, providing the procedure. Say within such a time, you put it in writing, you submit 7 copies and put it in writing. For example, if you're going to go to court now, you have to file a charge. If it's a criminal case, if it's a civil case, you file a writ of summons or a written summons, and the law says you can go to court, but the rules of court now make provisions for the procedure and the processes, how many copies you have to file, how it's to be done, how you have to word it, how to put statement of claim, statement of defense, and things like that. It gives all the details not spelled out in the enabling law. So the same thing applies to just about all laws and ought to apply to the Electoral Act itself. The guidelines and regulations made by the Commission ought to contain provisions for how complaints are laid. And by the way, this is the first stage. Actually, the proviso doesn't arise yet, because in River State, the return officer has not made a declaration. The proviso to Section 65 applies where a declaration has been made. All Section 65 says that, look, this man has the final say. Return officer has the final say on scores and valid votes and invalid votes. So there's a lacuna there. And the second one, that after he finishes his job, that is when the second part, the proviso kicks in, that haven't made a declaration. If it was made contrary to the rules or the guidelines, or if it was made under duress, that's where the proviso of Section 65 comes in. That's where the Commission now has the power to review what he has done. And the law says that where it's under review, you do not give a certificate of return. Unfortunately, for the presidential election, the gap, I think just a few hours after the declaration was made.
Ms. Elsie, if you're still there.
I'm not in a hurry to finish. I'm here. No.
Something that you know is not right. You are saying bring, present, no problem, go back.
Okay, sign this stamp. No, give them the stamp on the stamp. And ask them to go and reconcile. Is that not so? Have I reconciled? No, I'm not. Is that the final result? Is that the final result? Is that the result? Is that the final result? That's what I was talking about.
CP, you are here. CP, you are here. CP, you are here. This is the law. You are here. There is nothing they will reconcile. We already know what they've declared. So even if they backdate or reconfigure the figures, we already know that
Yes, thank you very much, CEO for HA local government area.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes. I learned that Kana local government area is here. Kana local government area. You come with your EU. Between this number of load resistance, number of voters. Why is the appearance is what they have? So what are you going to do? You feel those, you will feel the difference. The difference no much. No. Okay, Kana local government area, you introduce yourself and your let the returning coalition officer also introduce himself.
My name is Emmanuel Wankwege, Electoral Officer, Kana local government.
Thank you. Returning officer, please.
I am Professor Otu Ekpenyang, Commission Officer, Kana local government area. I teach at the University of Port Harcourt.
So go ahead with the performance of the parties and your results.
Okay. Number of registered voters for Kana local government is 183,626. 183,626. Number of accredited voters 16836. 16836. Party A 120. 120. Party AA 25. 25. Party AAC 29. 29. Party ADC 19. 19. Party ADP 15. 15. Party APC 620. 620. APGA 16. 16. APM 15. 15. APP 105. 105. BP 4. 04 or 4. It's the same thing, yeah. LP 57. 57. NNPP 4. NRM 36. 36. PDP 9475. 9475. SDP 5846. 5846. YPP 24. 24. ZLP 25. 25. Total number of valid votes 16435. 16435. Rejected votes 401. 401. Total votes cast 16836. That's my submission, sir.
Thank you very much. It's okay. Any cancellation? Any cancellation?
We had 0 results in some wards.
What happened? It's on wards or a polling unit?
In some wards.
We had 0 returns from Ward 1, Ward 4, Ward 5, Ward 6, and Ward 14. And substantially it affected Ward 16. Because Ward 16 has 26 How many units. wards do you have in that LGA?
19 wards.
And you have a 0 result in how many LGA?
5 plus, sir.
5
Plus.
Because in Ward 16, substantially it was affected. We only returned about 4 from out of 26. What is the total number of votes in those 5 wards?
Yes.
What was the result of the 0 result?
We deployed, then they said we had fake result sheets. Because of that, the election should be stepped down. So after all appeals, they didn't allow us for the exercise to continue. So that's why we returned the 0 results from those wards.
Okay. So, but you have those information. Okay. Can you submit to the secretariat? Okay. Any comment again? Please, let's make it very brief, please. Please. It's just revolving around the same issues. But you are aware of this 0 result? Are you aware of the 0 results from this polling unit?
Yes, that's my local government.
Okay.
Mr. Returning Officer, sir, Ghana LGA as a whole, I'm sure the electoral officer as is seated here knows that there was no election.
There was election in few words, but was hijacked midway. Where results were entered, it was clearly changed in favor of a preferred political party. Having said that, on INEC portal, we have total accredited voters at 19,243. But what my friend Mr. Emmanuel has declared here is 16,836.
We will definitely interrogate those figures later. So that's what I'm saying. Just be calm.
Sir,
I'm not taking all the figures hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah,
so
I have to say it for record purposes, because the difference of over 3,000 plus is disheartening.
We will reconcile them.
You know, in War 8, there was no election.
That's what you want.
Finally, sir. Finally, EO said those materials were returned because the commission was accused of bringing in fake materials. Of course, I reached out to the REC when that was going on. The ballot papers for Ward 6 was clearly written Obiakpo. The one for Ward 2 was clearly written Ikwere. How did you expect the electorate to thumbprint on the ballot paper that is being written with another local government? How? So the whole thing in Ghana was more or less like a, I don't know what to say, I don't want to use some words, but please, let us stand down on this election in Ghana. That's the third time I'm calling on you to do this. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Somebody's behind you.
I remain Honorable Carbo Peters, NRM. I want to also support my brother for SDP. In Ghana, precisely Ward 12, some of the polling units, INEC did not give the right passwords for the beavers. So the SIM cards for the beavers were not activated. Then again, the same issue was seen there. Some of the papers given there were that of Ikwere.
That's what you just said now.
That's why I said I'm aligning myself to him. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think some of these information are okay.
And the entire War 18, sir, the ballot paper was Akwa Ibom, and it was returned. But I'm surprised that result from those wars was entered. Where did you get them from? Who voted? With which ballot paper?
Thank you very much. I just, if you watch me keenly just now, I was asking the REC some basic questions. We will interrogate them immediately after during break session. We'll come back and look at it. Thank you. Present your report. Then, have you have about the report?
Well, the process in River State is most certainly ongoing. Progress is being made, as you can see. Of course, there's been some contestations, as you saw the other time, when some of these agents are raising issues.
Yes, that of the SDP, the Labour as well, the NRM, and talking about those results coming from Thai local government area. There's also been that of Iche, where they asked the collation officer to go back and check again, and then Kana, which, you know, we just saw two party agents.
Just like what you were highlighting, unfortunately, apologies to Prof, where we had to cut him off. So I wanted to explain, that's what Millicent is explaining. When we cut to Port Harcourt or River State, the River State capital, you saw the intensity. So the NRM, SDP, and LP party agents were raising objection on the Eche result, and that's why they had to tell him to go maybe recalculate, reconfigure, and come back, because the argument was quite heated. So just to keep the peace, they told them told him to go and recalculate and get back.
So, Prof. Aide, I know you were talking about legitimacy issues just before we came to Rivers.
Okay.
Prof. Aide, are you still there?
Okay, I will certainly come back to Prof as soon as we have him. Mr. Oluwole Osazeuzi is still with us, but right now we have been joined by Dr. John Ekudai, who is a leadership consultant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah. You know, many times when we talk about leadership, not many of us are looking at the followership, which you speak about quite frequently. You know, but this is a leadership selection process that we're in right now. What's your assessment of the general process?
Well, there's no way we can take followership away from leadership, because a leader is supposed to lead a pack of followers. And, you know, in leadership study, we call it a DIAD, you know, followership leadership DIAD, D-Y-A-D, you know, that it goes together. It's like 3 concentric circles. You have the follower, you have the leader involved in a context. So with our own scenario now about the election, we are choosing leaders. So followers are involved in choosing the leaders. So this is what we can say at play all over the Federation in the gubernatorial election and the House of Assembly election. So followers are still involved in choosing the leaders.
Well, Mr. Oluwole Osazeuzi, before we let you go in a few minutes, this process, everyone, it's like the party agents are asking for the same thing over and over again. It almost like, you know, since the process began in Rivers State, as we have seen, almost every announcement has been greeted with one complaint, one objection or the other. So I'm just wondering what your thoughts are about whether or not the party agents knew what they were supposed to do, or just choosing to do something different, or they had no idea.
Well, the truth of the matter is that we're all dancing in the dark, in the sense that, as I said, the procedure for raising complaints and resolution of such complaints hasn't been laid down either in the Act or in the guidelines. That being the case, they will use every opportunity they have to just raise these objections. And I illustrated this earlier with going back to 2015 and the Ruby saga and things like that. That's usually how it's done. In the polling unit, if there's a variety of votes, for example, there's a quality of votes, for example, the law says the party agent can raise an objection. In that kind of place, and then there will be a recount. So it laid down the procedure for that. But in this new provision, you provide so, and there's no guide, no protocol. If that's the case, then we probably are in order to keep on raising it the way that they have. But to be fair to the returning officer, I don't know as a coalition returning officer, he has said that, look, we will look at these later when we are putting all the results. So maybe he sets the procedure, since there is no one uniform procedure laid down by either the Act or by INEC. So the returning officer uses discretion to set the procedure on how he's going to go about resolving the dispute or challenges. And there's still that opportunity, if he goes ahead to make a declaration, there's still that opportunity again. Testing. There's that opportunity for him to go to complain, whether the agents or the party to complain to the commission. This time, not the returning officer, but to the commission, and the commission will have to raise it within 7 days.
A number of other things to raise here and there, but let's go to Kano. But just to quickly mention that in Lagos, the process has started, as we hinted at earlier. 5 local government announcements have been made and 15 to go in Oyo. 20 have been announced, 13 more to go. And how far we have gone with Ogun State, beg your pardon, I guess we'll see, because as at the last time we checked, 15 announcements have been made, 5 to go. Let me...
I also understand that we've been asking that question about the election in Degema.
Yes.
So there's a rerun, an answer, but the correspondent said there's a rerun in Degema. So I just saw that, and there was also an attack in Kana local government. So when we get all of the full detail, we'll bring them to you as soon as possible.
Yeah, and as they come in, we'll let you know the ones that we have cleared. ABIA State, we have given you that information earlier.
Yes, that they were to start at 12, but we'll be going to them as soon as they begin with the results announcement there. River State has gone on a brief break as well. We were there shortly before with regards to the results that have been announced in that particular state.
So to Kano now, where we have Mr. Abdulkadir Sani, who is a legal practitioner. Those conversations that we have had over and over again are still right there in our faces, party agents asking the same questions. And it's like, since this Fourth Republic began, it's been the same thing. It's always a process. But then speak to us about how you think, legally speaking, because it's one thing for the law to be there, it's another thing to be able to identify the process of enforcement of those laws. You've spoken about that yesterday, but in this context of election results being announced and reviewed by INEC. So during the process going on right now, at the end of the day, it is expected that some announcements would be made. Now, the law provides for INEC to have another 7 days to review its own results. What are the implications of that? Because the thought in the head right now is, so one person has been returned, elected, and then after 7 days, there's and some reviews, you say, okay, that announcement is now upturned. What exactly is the intent of the law from your perspective, Mr. Sonny?
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. INEC has, by law, the right to review the process within 7 days. And any law empowering INEC to do such cannot be invalidated. After the person who is returned as elected, if for any reason INEC see reason why they should overturn that, we can also proceed before the tribunal to challenge that. But I can tell you, whatever the INEC takes cannot be invalidated because it is empowered by law. So the implication is to the extent that the law provides for that, INEC have exercised that right by virtue of the complaint which was channeled to it. So nothing more, nothing less.
Now, I want to understand that well enough. At a time when we have spoken quite frequently about the trust deficit of between the people, the governed, and the agencies of government through which the governed are governed. And you know, of course, what's happened as far as INEC is concerned within the past 3 weeks and today. So an announcement is made, someone returned, elected, and then after 7 days, the likelihood of the person, after INEC has reviewed itself, now says, okay, we hereby upturn that announcement and return someone else as elected. What do you think the likely consequences of that could be?
You see, one of the consequences is that it will open a window for those who have limited, window of suspicion for those who have limited knowledge of the law. People who are not addressed with the provision of the Electoral Act 2022, some will go further to even say probably there have been exchange of hands in terms of financial gain. But I can tell you, what is sanctionable is refusal of INEC to follow the law. But where INEC has followed the law and executed having found reasons cogent, it is not sanctionable. The only window open to the person who had already been declared and now upturned is to proceed before the electoral tribunal or election tribunal and put up his agitation and said that I was declared and I was unjustifiably upturned. The tribunal will look at it and then it will come up with a finding either for or against. But let me quickly say this also, that when a person has been declared, you see, the fact of it is more of a societal view. After declaration, I mean, after return the person is elected, automatically, his supporters will go celebrating, as is usually the case in our society. Now, bringing up a contrary position to that can go by, to create some displeasure, because sometimes we cannot even contain what the consequences in terms of not acting in line with morality, can bring into the society. So, but being the law, what the law provides for anyone to do, review within 7 days, I can tell you that either we will look at it, INEC cannot be sanctioned for operating within the ambit of the law, but can be sanctioned for acting outside the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sani. Just before we let you go, and of course, Mr. Uzi, this is for you. In just a few minutes, if you can, do you think that the law that we have, when we look at the Electoral Act and the guidelines, there is a saying that the law is made for man, not man for the law. Do you think it's, serving the purpose as at this time? Mr. Uzi, you... All right, we might be having a problem or two with that.
Right. If you can unmute, Ms. Elsie.
Okay, let me switch this question to you, Mr. Sani. Your final thoughts.
Okay, please can you take the question again?
So there is a saying, the law is made for man, not man for the law. Do you think that this process, and this is in view of the results that are being collated and being announced now, in view of the Electoral Act and the guideline, and with what the party agents are really saying, that, they want to be heard and not wait until the final results have been announced?
Okay, let me say, I will agree with you that the law is made for the people, made for man, just like the way you put it, and then man not for the law. If you look at it, the law is made to govern society. Now, if a society lives without the law, there is possibility of anarchy. Now, when you read the law and you follow the law stricto sensu, there may be new perception about the implication of the law. That is why every legislation is open to amendment. So where laws are made and it is followed stricto sensu, we cannot indict the process. It will only open windows of areas that should be amendment. Just like somebody put it earlier, we could say there is lacuna. Now, on the issue of hearing party agents, let me quickly speak about an issue that was raised earlier when a party agent is not at a polling unit. You see, the law is clear. You come to law, if it does not aid the indolent, it aids the vigilant. If you are supposed to be at a polling unit and you refuse to be there, I think you've waived your right. We cannot bring that issue a difference to where you're supposed to put up, where you're supposed to put your complaint earlier.
Mr. Sani.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. I wish we could take more of your thoughts. We need them at this moment when it comes to this issue of collation and complaints. But unfortunately, this is where we can just hang it right here on this conversation as we continue the program. I want to thank you so much for your thoughts, Mr. Abdul Kader Sani, a lawyer, joining us from our Kano studio. Thank you so much for your thoughts.
All right, yes, Mr. Osazeuzi. Yeah, Mr. Osazeuzi, there is a question my colleague Millicent was trying to pose to you the other time. Given the law as it is being executed right now, would you say it is serving the purpose as it is intended? Because according to Millicent, the law is made for man, not man for the law.
I didn't say that.
Maybe law is made for persons, can be for a man or a woman. So I'm gender responsive when I edit gender division. So it's made for persons or for men and women. Yes, the issue is one of some great concern. As to the issue of the provisionality of the law, I think that because it is new, we have some challenges. Like every other thing that is new, we have some challenges in giving effect to it. I think the law is good, but we have not given effect to it. We have not brought it to life. Man or persons must give effect to that law, look at what the mischief is trying to address, and ensure that this will give a person an opportunity to be heard. But Mr. Sani made a valid point earlier on. He said, look, sometimes when you try to exercise this power that has been given to you, people might read meanings into it. And I said, look, this, if a popular, quote unquote, a popular candidate emerges, and you say, look, this your result is provisional, or there's a caveat attached to this result, the commission will go back, since there's a protest from your opponents, the commission will go back and look at it and give you a response, review it, and give you a response within 7 days. Now, a lot of people get agitated and think, oh, overnight, anything can happen. This is Nigeria after all. And yes, there's that issue of the trust deficit. Do you trust the process? Do you trust the system? Do you trust the operators of the system? Do you trust them enough that they will be objective and they will not be swayed by other considerations other than the understanding of the law and the principles? Some people will tell you that Big Ghana must go back to change hands overnight, and that's why the commission reviewed the return one way or the other. Or they might tell you, oh, they're going to review because they're waiting for the declared winner to come and settle them for them to validate their result. These are the issues. When this thing was being debated before the commission put it to the National Assembly, even the National Assembly and in the public hearings, some of this was in the back of many people's minds. Do you really want to do a provisional result? Does it look good? For example, the presidential election, that is what some of the agents were calling for. The return officer could have said, okay, Chairman, I'm Chairman Inek, you have made the return, but you have this power to
I think we must go now, just enjoying every bit of your thought. You've been with us since yesterday. I want to thank you for your company and your insight, Mr. Oluwole Osazu, the former INEC National Commissioner. Thank you so much for your thoughts on the program. Gentlemen and lady.
We also want to thank Mr. Abdul Kadir Sani, who's joined us from Kano Studio. Thanks very much. And also Professor Emmanuel.
At some point we didn't see him anymore, but we thank you all the same. This is still the 2023 verdict. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the rest of the program. Stay with us. Welcome back to the 2023 verdict right here on Channels Television. The action is taking place across the country in terms of the collation of results. And Lagos, that is happening right now in Ikeja. So let's head to the Lagos Collation Center to get a feel of what's going on.
For each of the political parties. Starting with Party A, 1919. AA, 1010. AAC 1717. ADC.
Some people are writing. Kindly come a bit slower. Thank you, bro.
ADC.
Party A, stand again, please.
Okay, let me just start from A.
Yes.
A 19. AA 1010. AAC 278. 278.
No,
sorry, 17. ADC 278. 278. ADP 92. APC 26021. 26021. APM 46. ABM 46, ABB 6, ABB 6, BP 57, BP 57, LB 9999, LB 9999, NNPP 55, NNPP 55, NRM 45, NRM 45, PDP 2362, 2362, SDP 10, SDP 10, YPP 22, YPP 22, and ZLP 45, ZLP 45.
Thank you very much.
Total valid votes 39084, 39084. Rejected votes 751, 751, and total votes cast is 39835. Total votes cast 39835 as presented.
Thank you very much, Prof. Any cancellations, please?
Yes, we had cancellation in 3 polling units. Ekwetedo 2 and Iwaya 1. And this is as a result of disruption of the electoral process.
Disruption
of the process, snatching of ballot boxes and papers.
Okay. Snatching of ballot boxes and papers.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. For persons that may be interested, Lagos mainland number of connected PVCs is 215,200. 215,200. Number of connected PVCs, Lagos mainland. Questions or comments for the collation officer or electoral officer? No question, no comment. Prof, please step forward and hand over the report sheet. While Alimo Osho will please come forward.
After Alimo Osho, Ojo local government should please get ready. The electoral officer for Alimo Osho, please hear Alimo. Electoral officer, Alimo Osho local government.
Please introduce yourselves and present.
I am Abdul Hamid Adeola Sulaiman, a professor of business administration, University of Lagos, collation officer for Alimo Osho.
My name still remains Lanos Nuruddin, electoral officer, Muslim local government.
We can't hear you.
My name is Lanos Nuruddin, electoral officer, Alimo Osho local government.
Thank you.
The results are as follows. Total number of registered voters, 850,557. 850557. 7. 7.
557. 850557.
Then number of accredited voters 132579. 132579. Then we have the results as follows. Party A 64. Party AA 63. Party AAC 89. Party ADC 658.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Please, can you start again and call the values twice?
Okay.
Thank you.
Party A 64. Party A 64. Party AA 63. Party AA 63. Party AAC 89. Party AAC 89. Party ADC 658. Party ADC 658. Party ADP 293. Party ADP 293. Party APC 83631. Party APC 83631. Party APM 100. 100. Party APP 24. Party APP 24. Party BP 59. Party BP 59. Party LP 37136. Party LP 37136. Party NNPP 210. Party NNPP 210. Party NRM 40. Party NRM 40. So Party PDP 7872. Party PDP 7872. Party SDP 28. Party SDP 28. Party YPP 43. Party YPP 43. And Party ZLP 214. Party ZLP 214. We have a total valid votes to be 130524. 130524. And we have a rejected votes to be 1892.
You are writing in the wrong column.
Total valid vote okay.
Please go back. Rejected vote is what?
1892.
Thank you.
And lastly, total votes cast 132415. 132415.
Please, let's do the addition again.
Okay.
Your total vote cast is what?
Total vote cast. Well, total vote cast.
Yes.
Total valid votes. Total vote cast 132416. 132416.
Thank you very much.
416.
Any cancellations, God?
Yes, we had issues in some places, issue of overvoting and issue of disruption.
How many polling units are affected?
We have 2 polling units.
2 polling units affected by?
One by disruption, the other one by overvoting.
Okay. Thank you very much. Total valid votes 130,524. 130,524. Prof.
Yes.
Please, is that your total valid votes?
You want me to recast it?
If you can, please.
132,415.
Total valid votes.
Total valid votes 130,524.
Thank you. All right. Please step forward and hand over the result. This is animation. Ojo, please. Ojo, please step forward. After Ojo, Ikorodu should get prepared. Ikorodu no prepared. Ojo, please step forward. Ojo, please introduce yourselves and present.
Alaji Dawo Qualification, Electoral Officer, Ojo LGA.
Sunday Adebusoye, Professor of Environmental Microbiology, University of Lagos. I am the Collation Officer. I'm the Collation Officer for Ojo Local Government. And I present the results of the governorship election held on the 18th of March 2023. Total number of registered voters 329,799. 329,799. Total number of accredited voters 58,969. 58,969. The total number of votes received by each of the political parties are as follows. Party A, 33. 33. Party AA, 24. 24. Party AAC, 19. 19. Party ADC, 191. 191. Party ADP, 98. 98. Party APC, 30797. 30797. Party APM, 37. Party APP, 32. Party BP, 37. Party LP, 19027. 19027. Party NNPP, 101. 101. Party NRM, 16. 16. Party PDP, 3889. 3889. Party SDP, 10. Party YPP, 30. Party ZLP, 109. Total number of valid votes, 54450. 54450. Rejected votes 910. 910. Total votes cast 55360. 55360. As presented, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Any cancellations, please?
Yes, there were cancellations in a total of 43 polling units, cutting across 7 wards. The wards are Irewe, Etegbi, Ajangbaji, Ilobo, Sabo, Ojo Town, Iba. And the reason for the cancellation was due to overvoting, destruction as a result of ballot snatching, beaver snatching, and some other violences. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The total number of collected PVCs in Oyo is 273,899. 273,899. Do we have questions or comments for the collation officer or the electoral officer, please? Questions or comments for the collation officer or the electoral officer? If there are no questions, there are no comments, can you please submit the results while Ikorodu will step forward for presentation?
And after Ikorodu, Oshofe local government should get ready. Ikorodu, please step forward now.
Ikorodu, are you present, please? Ikorodu, please introduce yourselves and present.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Taiwo Idowu Adewumi, a professor of human genetics and bioinformatics, University of Lagos. I served as a collation officer for the governorship elections in Ikorodu LGA. Electoral.
My name is Olutoyin Ayeleso, electoral officer, Ikorodu local government.
Thank you. The results are as follows. Number of registered voters 388,971. 388,971. Number of accredited voters 84103. 84103. Now the votes pooled by each party. Party A 45. Party A 45. AA 42. 42. AAC 56. 56. ADC 501. 501. ADP 256. 256. APC 646 697. 64697. ABM 71. 7.
Please, can we have some quiet, please?
APP 13. 13. BP 28. 28. LP 13207. 13207. NNPP 80. 80. NRM 22. 22. PDP 3797. 3797. SDP 27. 27. YPP 21. 21. ZLP 9696. Total valid votes 82959. 82959. Rejected votes 1130. 1130. And total votes cast 84089. 84089. No cancellation. There was relative peace. Everybody was happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No cancellation. For those who may be interested, total number of collected PVCs in Ikorodu is 349,107. 349,107. Thank you very much. Any question or comment for the electoral officer and the coalition officer? Question, comment? No question, no comment. Prof, you have peace. So step forward and submit the report. We welcome to Sofe. Is it Kosofe or Kosofe? Kosofe. And after that, we will show the Followership. Get ready. Kosofe local government, please step forward. Welcome. Please introduce yourselves and present.
I'm Professor Ilupeju Atoli, University of Lagos.
And come again, your name please.
Professor Ilupeju Atoli.
Silence please, let's listen attentively.
Not motion, not motion. Thank you.
My name is Mrs. Dojumo Olamide, Electoral Officer for Shofwe Local Government.
For Shofwe Local Government, number of registered voters 481,341. 481,341. Number of accredited voters 84123. 84123. Party A 45. Party AA 20. 20.
Come again. What's... Thank you. You will call the numbers twice, and please call it slowly. A few persons are also jotting. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Party A 45. 45. Party AA 20. 20. Party AAC 80. 80. Party ADC 632. 632. Party ADP 196. 196. Party APC 49344. 49344. Party APM 46. Party APP 49. Party BP 33. Party LP 26123. 26123. Party NNPP 152. 152. Party NRM 22. Party PDP 3537. 3537. Party SDP 1376. 1376. Party YPP 34. Party ZLP 120. 120. Total valid votes 81809. 81809. Rejected votes 1460. 1460. Total vote cast 83269.
83269. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Any cancellations?
Yes, ma'am. We have Ikosiketu 6. Number of polling units 3. Total number of registered voters 350. Total number of PVC collected 293. Reason: overvoting.
Thank you very much.
There are 3.
Also, 3 polling units.
No.
How many polling units?
And we have 5 all together. But for 03 we have 3.
All together. Any questions or clarifications needed, please? Okay. Thank you very much. Prof, please step forward and submit the report. While Oshodi will please come forward.
After Oshodi Solo, Shomolu should please step ready. Oshodi Solo, step forward.
Oshodi Solo. Please introduce yourself and present.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I'm Professor Oludiro Akinleye, Department of Economics, University of Lagos.
Good afternoon. My name is Aulat Mustafa, Electoral Officer for Oshodi Solo Local Government. Good afternoon.
Did you hear them, please? Acts of government.
Aulat Mustafa, Electoral Officer for Oshodi Solo Local Government. Good afternoon.
The results for Oshodi Solo local government are as follows. Number of registered voters, 477,236. 477,236. Number of accredited voters, 67210. Party A, 34. Party A.
Hello.
Ma?
Hello. Prof, please. All these figures, kindly call them twice.
Okay, ma.
Slowly.
Okay.
Thank you, Prof.
Number of registered voters, 477,236. 477,236. Number of accredited voters, 67210. 67210. Party A, 34. 34. Party AA, 36. 36. Party AAC, 55. 55. Party ADC, 258. 258. Party ADP, 272. 272. Party APC, 36792. 36792. Party APM, 40. 40. Party APP, 8. 08. Party BP, 40. 40. Party LP, 24948. 24948. Party NNPP 7373. Party NRM 1616. Party PDP 2515. 2515. Party SDP 1313. Party YPP 1818. Party ZLP 9999. Total valid votes 65217. 65217. Rejected votes 1658. 1658. Total votes cast 66875. 66875. I so present, ma'am.
Thank you very much for the translations.
Yes. Additionally, as I'm sure everybody knows, we had great incidences in Oshodi, Solo local government. I'm aware of at least one mortality. We had a PO with a fractured leg, and we had instances of overvoting and ballot box snatching, burning, and all of that. And so we had the following cancellations. In Ward 6, Mafoluku, we had 7 cancellations, affecting with 202 in the ward. We had 2,497, 2497 persons who collected PVC. In Ward 3, Isolo, there were 3 cancellations in 3 polling units, affecting 1335 collected PVCs. 1335 collected PVCs. In Okiafa, Ejibo, that's Ward 11, we had 15 cancellations, and that involved 5,758 collected PVCs. In Ward 5, Oshodi, there were cancellations in 6 polling units, 2099 collected PVCs involved, 2099 collected PVCs. Lastly, we had 4 cancellations in Ward 4, Ajao Estate, affecting 320 collected PVCs, through 320. In total, there were 35 cancellations. 12009 PVCs were collected. 12009 PVCs were collected. Thank you, ma'am.
All of them due to disruptions?
Disruption, overvoting, but in 80% of instances, it was disruptions.
Okay, thank you very much. All of them due to disruptions and overvoting. Thank you. In Oshodi, Solo, local government area, total number of collected PVCs is 442,952. 442,954. Sorry. 442,954. Thank you very much. Comments or questions for the collation officer and the electoral officer? No question, no comment. Please step forward and submit the report. While Shomolu, please, will come forward.
And after Shomolu, I'll move word of you. Please get prepared. Shomolu, local government, step forward. And permit me to introduce to us the Commandant NSCDC, Commandant Usman Isaac Akada. You are welcome, sir. Thank you for coming.
Please introduce yourselves and present.
I am Abayomi Okonlawo, a professor in the College of Medicine, University of Lagos.
My name is Oluyemi Titilayo Adeyemi Showumi, Electoral Officer, Shomolu Local Government Area. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you.
Okay, this is the summary for Shomolu Local Government Area. Total number of registered voters, 316,752. 316,752. Number of accredited voters, 56,397. 56,397. Votes received by parties, A, 2020. A, 3333. AAC, 2626.
Prof, please, can you slow it down?
Okay. I'm sorry. Can I start again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Party A, 2020. AA, 3333. AAC, 2626. ADC, 334. 334. ADP, 118. 118. APC, 36783. 36783. APM, 3636. APP, 0707. BP, 2525. LP, 15096. 15096. NNPP, 7070. NRM, 1515. PDP, 3130. 3130. SDP, 1919. YPP, 1111. ZLP, 6262. Total valid votes, 55785. 55785. Rejected votes, 608. 608. Total votes cast, 56393. 56393.
Thank you, Prof. Any cancellations, please?
Yes, ma'am. There were 4. 3 in Fola Aguru, and then 1 in Abule Okuta. The ones in Fola Aguru, they were the first one was in Oluwadare Street in front of house number 23. The second is on Church Street in front of house number 12. And the third is Oluwadare Street, House 4 and 6.
And the reasons?
They were disruptions and emergencies. Declared emergencies and disruptions.
Can you please explain the type of emergency from the professor of medicine? Please help us define the type of emergency.
Well, not anything fatal, but they were disruptions that led to the process to be discontinued, but they were not fatal.
Please, Prof, still assist us because the world is watching, and INEC has their clearly defined terminologies. Emergency is not part of what INEC has proposed as reasons for cancellations. If you have overvoting, let us know. If there are disruptions, let us know. If there are hijacking of ballot boxes, let us know.
Okay, the ballot boxes were broken, it was reported, and
Thank you very much. So this fits perfectly into what INEC has put forward as reasons for cancellations. So we take them as that, and we appreciate the fact that Prof is from the College of Medicine, so they are always saying emergencies. Do we have questions and comments? Questions and comments for the collation officer and the electoral officers, please. No questions, no comments. Prof, please step forward and present the results without any emergency. While I'm word of it has come forward. I'm word of the local government. And after that now, we await the arrival of Politics local government being the only outstanding local government.
That's the Lagos Collation Center. Activities ongoing there at the moment. 82.93% of results from Lagos have been uploaded on IREV, the INEC results, election results portal. That's 11,050 out of 13,325 results that have been inspected from the various polling units all over the place. We've seen, of course, the contrary to the build-up, it would seem like the process of collation is going,
wrapping up and going smoothly. Yeah. Well, we also have, that collation ongoing as well, or your state. We understand all 33 local governments are completed, and they're taking a 30-minute break for the final collation and announcement of results. It's a similar thing in Ogun State. They're observing a 45-minute break there. So far, results for 18 of the 20 local government areas have been announced. 2 more left. Shagamu and E4 are being awaited. Of course, we've been featuring the Rivers collation, state collation results, where 9 local government areas have been announced. They're on a break as well. Let's not forget agents there cited irregularities, also asked for the cancellation of the elections there. Akwa Ibom, the results are also coming in. Several local government areas have also been called, and we understand that in I think one of the states, Cross River now, collation will be opening by 5 p.m.
I think we need to go back to the Lagos Collation Center right quick.
Party A, 1-4. Party A, 1-4. Party AA, 3-4. Party AA, 34. AAC, Party AAC, 10. Party AAC, 10. Party APC, 156. Party APC, 156. Party APP, 63. Party ADP, 63. Party APC, 17576. Party APC, 17576. Party APM, 20. Party APM, 20. Party APP, 06. Party APP, 06. Party BP, 39. Party BP, 39. Party LP, 34860. Party LP, 34860. Party NNPP, 82. Party NNPP, 82. Party NRM, 07. Party NRM, 07. Party PDP, 1809. PDP, 1809. Party SDP, 11. Party SDP, 11. Party YPP, 10. Party YPP, 10. Party ZLP, 66. Party ZLP, 66. Total valid votes, 54763. Total valid votes, 54763. Rejected votes, 573. Rejected votes, 573. Total votes cast, 55336. Total votes cast, 55336. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Bob. Any translations, please?
Yes, ma'am. We do respect, ma'am. We have some cancellations. We have from a total of 30 polling units and registered voters 16,140, and PVC collected those registered in that unit and those units, okay? Then PVC collected 30,363. We have 17 polling units at Amu Odofi, that is Ward 5. Then 9 at Satellite, Ward 7. Then 2 at Festac 1. Then 2 at Igegu, that is Ward 6. All these cancellations, we even thank God, Because, so, as a result of disruption, okay, disruption of election process, and which resulted in overvoting. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, bro. I'm just looking at the equation. Disruption of election equal to overvoting. I'm not sure that equation is a balanced one. But if you say there is disruption, yes, and then you also notice that there is overvoting, yes, we take them because INEC allows us to record those ones as cause of cancellations.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Comments and questions, please. Questions, comments for Apple Word document? No questions, no comments. Please present your results. Please step forward and hand over your results. At the moment, we have taken reports from 19 local government areas. We have one outstanding Etiosa local government area where I think elections will just be about being completed, or maybe it has been concluded. And we will expect that the results will come in after it has been sorted and collated. But in the meantime, let me please, can we have some quiet? In the meantime, let me go again over the number of collected PVCs, because we didn't do for all the 19 local governments. In aggregate, we have 295,661. 295,661. In Ajero, Ifelodun, we have 386,181. 386,181. In Alimosho, we have 772,743. In Abuwo Odofin, we have 274,759. 274,759. In Apapa, we have 151,054. 151,054. Badagry, we have 202,190. 202,190. Epe, 139,215. 139,215. Etiosa, 380,072. 380,072. Ibedulaki, 124,149. 124,149. Ifako Iyaye, 321,182. 321,182. Ikeja, 299,909. 299,909. Ikorodu, 349,107. 349,107. Kosofe, 429,263. 429,263. Lagos Island, 148,647. 148,647. Lagos Mainland, 215,200. 215,200. Mushin, 364,192. 364,192. Oyo, 273,899. 273,899. Oshodi Isolo, 442,954. 442,954. Shomolu, 287,267. Surulere, 357,326. Thank you. The VGC election, where to, is about to be completed. we have to wait for the outcome because before making a declaration, I will adjourn please till 5 p.m. We adjourn till 5 p.m. You have something to say? Yes, Madam NRM. Thank you, ma'am. Please give her the microphone. Please let's have some quiet, please.
Thank you, ma'am. My name is Temilola Kade, the State Chairman of National Rescue Movement.
Please let's have it quiet.
Standing on the existing protocol. Yesterday I discovered something on the field. You know, the polling units are given to us. It was given by the Highness from the National, if I'm not mistaken. But I discovered that some political parties print just like that, fake cards.
Mention the parties.
The Labour Party and the PDP. And I questioned them because I was trying to snap the card, but I discovered that the Labour Party guy, the guy was so aggressive, and to avoid emergencies, I had to read it. But you can get that information by the polling agent that signs the result. I think you'll get the information from them, sir.
Thank you very much, madam. I know that we got a letter from the Labour Party that we are going to add certain marks to their logo, and we told them that they cannot use anything different from what the National Headquarters issued. Thank for the observation, but if you had been informed that time, we will have been able to allow the police to help us get them arrested. Thank you very much. Also, we are also aware that during the course of the past week, the police arrested somebody in Lagos too that was printing. I think the case is still being investigated by the police. Thank you.
So we are just till 5 p.m. please. Thank you very much. I'll see you then.
License members, please. Please provide at the conference room upstairs.
Looks a lot like one local government to go from what we can see in Lagos. And, well, of course, you heard a call for break there. So far, that is what we have in Lagos at the moment at the Lagos Collation Center, as well as other, areas that we have brought you updates on. A quick reminder of some of them.
Akwa Ibom is one where results are coming in. We understand 15 out of 31 local government area, they have been announced. Collation Center will be opening for Cross River. That's 5 p.m.
5 p.m. And we also understand that Rivers, there was a rerun election. I'm sure it should have been concluded by now. In Asaritor local government area. Also in Degama, there's also a rerun in one ward. Ahoda West, 25 units of Ward 15 are having a rerun. In Kana, we understand that an ad hoc staff of INEC was attacked and injured in Ward 10. So we're getting all of these reports across board, even at the Collation Center. I think is it Alimosho? I can't remember which local government now, where the collation officer was talking about there was a fatality. An INEC official was injured and all of that. So all of this happened yesterday and some part of today.
More than 13,000 polling units in Lagos, and Alimosho local government has more than, I don't know,
Alimosho is almost a state in Nigeria.
Almost a state, because we spoke with Dr. Kundaya earlier, who said, look, the number of polling units in Lagos, in Alimosho alone, is more than...
Almost invariably more than, almost up to the one of Ekiti State.
Yeah. So maybe that's why Ekiti releases result quite early.
But
homogeneous states.
Doctor, looking at the the whole process thus far, we're moving slowly but surely to that moment when the results will be announced. Especially for Oyo, for example, they're just waiting for the final announcement.
Are you on Ogun State?
How do you think the followers, the people, should receive whatever decision that they have made?
I'm particularly intrigued by Ogun State, watching the race. And I give kudos to the followers there. They must have seen some things, and that's the beauty of democracy. You are given, the prerogative to choose. And you just choose based on your own premonition, perception, like that, which to another person, it may not really deem fit, but you just believe that, let me choose. I look at the various, from Abeokuta to Shagamu, to Yewa side, like that, to the Rema side, and you can see the close race. It's about three parties, so ADC, PDP, APC.
Incidentally, it's not the first time. Yeah, it's not the first time we're having such close races at the gubernatorial elections level. I recall another, I think it was in Osun State, we had something similar in the past. But let's ask Professor Ayede, who is also still with us. We had to keep him for a bit. Well, Prof, you've been watching and monitoring and probably also receiving messages while, we had kept you there all the time. We've been hearing a lot from the southern part of the country. A lot of activities also going on in the northern part of the country. Kaduna is a case in point. What are your thoughts about the process so far?
Thank you very much. I think that there's a lot of lessons to be learned from this election. If you look at the challenges that we have faced so far. And it falls within the discussions that we have had concerning the process. And then, of course, what you are just asking about relating to the outcome. The process, of course, there are specific guidelines, there are rules, there are...
All right, Prof. But...
Sincere apologies about that, Jeff.
See, Prof, I want to. Are you still there, Prof? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, maybe you land on your thought. I thought the network cut you off.
No, following. So I was just saying that there's a part of following the rules and procedures and ensuring that the process is legal according to the settled rules and guidelines. And there's also the idea of following that process leading to the kind of outcome that is acceptable to those who have voted. If, for instance, as we have found in certain places there are irregularities, we can go to the court and settle it. But we must also go beyond focusing on the cause to look at the quality of the mandate that any contestants would have. Because the question of legitimacy is really that not only that the process is followed and it is established that the process has been followed, but those who voted also believe that the process actually reflected how they have voted. And that's why I was talking about the question of legitimacy. And so the quality of the mandate depends on both the legality of the process as implemented, while the acceptability of the outcome, by those who have voted, becomes the other part, or the other side of the coin. So both legitimacy and legality are very important, and that's what is actually coming out of this election, that we want the election to be free and fair, and that being free and fair is not just about the legality of the process as established by controversial, but it's also that we want a situation where we have less and less controversial processes, and Nigerians understand the rule of the game, they follow it, and they think that the process has been free and fair. Because we don't want a situation where people would consider a governor to be a Supreme Court governor. We want a situation where the people will accept the governor as their own candidate. They have freely voted and they accept the outcome. When we see all of these problems that we are talking about, whether in Kaduna, in Lagos, in Ibadan, we need to learn that democracy is not fair. There are processes that enable an election to be widely accepted by the people, so that we should have less and less controversial elections.
All right, Prof, it's great to It's great to hear you talk about this controversial mandate issue. There's another issue I want to take you to, which is the issue of violence that we've been talking about, because you've mentioned the fact that it has to be the will of the people that will prevail at the end of the day. But there's a pattern we're seeing. I was discussing with my colleague, like we're going back even with the evolution of technology. Now with the BVAS, it's near impossible for you to overvote, because as soon as you overvote, the BVAS will catch you. So what some people, elements are trying to do right now is they go to a polling unit and they profile within people where they are, which is not their stronghold, and if they are not, getting the results in their way, they disrupt the process. INEC has indemnified itself by law. If you disrupt the process, the results will be cancelled. So it looks like the new tactics will be, if we can't do anything, let's just destroy things in places where we don't have, where it's not our stronghold, and just make sure those votes don't count. And then at the end of the day, it looks like voter suppression is a new thing. What's your reaction?
Yeah, I think it's a big and a huge problem. So if we say institutions are weak, we are saying that those who enforce or those who are supposed to implement those rules don't do it, or those who break the law get away with it, and that's a huge problem. Given the size of the country, the number of the various security agencies that we have, and
hello, Prof, are you there?
We seem to be having an audio challenge with Professor Aide.
Professor, are you there, Prof?
I think we should bring the conversation back here with you, Dr.
Let's maybe the same question of this profiling, if I may call it that way, where they look at people's stronghold and they target it because they know INEC is going to cancel the results at the end of the day.
Well, I look at the Electoral Act and the whole electoral process as a learning curve. We are moving forward in our nascent democracy. That's the way I look at it. It's evolving. And, I was just thinking about something as we were asking Prof that question. Could there not be a way of the law still being, utilized to actually catch up with these people? You see, like, who are these people causing, this harbor? From where is it coming from? And if it's from Party B against Party A, couldn't there be something, a proviso that could be introduced in amending the Electoral Act that wouldn't just be cancellation? Is it possibly, that we have a kind of effect on whosoever is causing this, having found out, whether from the court of law, whatever. Because we have to.
You're saying if someone is caught and it's a particular political party A, for example, those votes are transferred to Party B?
It could be something like that. Now, let me just point out something. In Sokoto State, for instance, I don't know, maybe there will still be litigation at the presidential election there, because actually one party won. But when you look at the council vote in Sokoto State, it's humongous, kind of, and it's challenging, So we really need to touchlight this in the future elections.
Yeah, Dr. Kner, I know that we have to, our time is ticking.
Wrap it up. Yeah.
But let me just ask you this. At the end of the day, why are we choosing leaders? We're choosing leaders for the function of governance. Issues of legality and legitimacy have been raised in this entire process for the presidential election and National Assembly elections, as well as the state governorship and state assembly elections. The issue of legality and legitimacy has been raised. Legitimacy in particular. Do you see that impacting the governance, the acceptance of the people in any way, seeing that the trust quotient itself is greatly depleted?
Well, in a way, it's going to reflect. Sometimes I was reading about one of the southeastern states in which some people are referring to their governor as the court governor. That it was not actually who they voted for, because getting to the Supreme Court, it was like getting to the person who had the third largest vote, not even the second in that state. Well, so legitimacy will come in definitely.
Well, it's a big issue, and at the end of the day, it has to still, come down to legality. But, talking about the entire process, we've been hyping this VGC issue for some time. But what is new now is that crisis has broken out at the VGC elections, as you can see, because INEC insists that elections will end at 2:30 p.m., which, of course, is the legal proviso, but
indeed, between 8:30 and 2:30 p.m. And if I remember correctly, the INEC chairman who talked about if you're on the line as at that 2:30, you should be given the opportunity to vote as well. So these are visuals from those particular polling units at VGC in Lagos.
Question right now is, in the light of these, I can't see, unless I'm wrong, I can't see security officials, right there at this point, or is it as we have heard?
So we understand that the residents are insisting that as long as, according to the law, people are still on the line at 2:30, they must all vote. But INEC is insisting on ending the process at 2:30. So that's what you're hearing. Maybe let's take a listen to what they're saying if we can.
This is VGC is one of those areas where we were told there are 8 polling units right therein, but in all, the Lagos Rec yesterday said they're waiting for 10 elections in 10 polling units today, and this is part of it. So if this is what is happening, we want to find out, hopefully as soon as we can, get correspondent Shola Shirley to give us an update on exactly what is happening right here, right
Indeed,
now.
And why it appears this crisis has broken out, we understand they're saying INEC is insisting on stopping elections at 2:30 p.m. That's just in about 30 minutes.
So we're going to have to wait for...
2:30 is already past.
I mean, we'll have to wait for our reporters to let us know exactly what is happening, because that isn't what the promise that was made to Nigerians, was. But hey,
it will depend on the number of people who have had that opportunity to vote, and then the number that is left.
Also, pointedly to mention is that unless I'm not seeing right, I can't see any policeman or security official, whether arms bearing or not, anywhere close by. And we know from what we saw in the morning, very, very serene, very well organized environment, orderly.
Yeah, it didn't look like, in fact, when we're talking to Shola, we're even teasing her, like, you don't look like...
She said it was a carnival.
Yeah, she said the atmosphere looks like a carnival. I was teasing her, I said, you don't look like you're covering election, because it's quite stressful to be in the field. But this is what it has turned out to be.
Well, let's just hope that at the end of the day, I mean, things will go exactly as we desire and as the law and Nigerians intend. Because at the end of the day, as we mentioned, where this is all going is governance. And if the process that is helping us choose the leaders who are going to give us good governance, if this is a process that produces them, then one could begin to wonder what kind of governance we're going to have.
And
at the
more
end of the day.
importantly, it's 3 o'clock now. Would there be an opportunity for them to continue this process? Which was why I was asking initially when I asked the guests, I said, is the law made for man or man for the law?
But the INEC has constantly explained, even with the voter education, the National Commissioner in charge of voter education, the INEC chairman himself, as long as people are in the line, except they've not joined that line, it won't end by 2:30 until everybody votes.
that
until everybody votes. So our reporter is there to she'll give us all the update as soon as we're able to establish a connection with her. But you were seeing visuals from VGC area of Lagos in Etiosa local government, where the residents are resisting an attempt, according to them, by INEC to stop the voting exercise by 2:30 as against what they've agreed with. That look, it has to be people also continue with voting as long as they're still on the line.
Dr. Kundayo, what do you make of this? You've been talking about followers in the entire process. What do you make of this?
Well, it's boiled down to the INEC regulation. Let's look at it. Actually, for me, I will ask some questions, interrogating the process. Were they really there 8 a.m., 8:30? When they're supposed to be there, by regulation, by 2:30, but they could still, use their, this thing, stay within their good office, extend. It happened during the presidential election that even in some places, up to about 4 p.m., voting was still going on, even when they started 8:30. Yeah. So it could be even in this situation, because today is Sunday. Some people will look at it. I just have to be in the service, and then.
But perhaps that's what is happening right now,
possible.
because we also understand that normalcy has returned to
and voting continuing.
Is continuing.
So
How long
the
that
people
will last?
Prevailed.
Well, at the end of the day, that's what.
Is it now?
Sorry,
let me just come in.
Just one second. Just 1 second.
Okay.
I think there is something we always miss. At the end of the day, even the so-called leaders are citizens, and they just happen to be primus inter pares.
I also want to commend the resilience of the voters at VGC, because yesterday they insisted you will allow us vote at our traditional voting.
That's
unit.
what I wanted to just comment on followership. Now, it's the modern trend now that really you see leaders holding positions. But when you have followers who are courageous, who are vociferous, and they know their left from their right, they are politically educated, they can swing things to work out the way it's supposed to work. Like some people demanded, no, you cannot disenfranchise us. We have to vote. And they are had to make the provision today. Maybe that's why they are saying, well, we give you this time, and you have to conform with it this time. But then they are still pushing the bar, and they can do it. That's the power of followership.
There are variables to these things, because some of those people there, you may not be able to mess with them and go away.
Well, yes. However, the rules are there. If your name is on the list before 2:30, you can vote.
If you're on the queue, if you're on the queue.
If you're on the queue, yes. If you're on the queue, but then who monitors that
vote.
queue? It's the same person, isn't it? It's
What
the same
if it's
people.
not a queue?
Exactly. But so anyway, just to underscore the fact of what we mentioned to you earlier, the visuals that you have seen has since been reversed. Normalcy has returned. The voting has continued at the VGC, where there are 8 polling units. INEC has resumed the electoral process for the people, and until the last person votes according to the rules, people are there. May we also call on security agents to please, the authorities to please check. Why is it that while that commotion was going on, we didn't notice, at least in the visuals that you could see, there was a near breakdown of law and order right there, if it hasn't even broken down preliminarily, but we couldn't see any official to help calm nerves down, and the people have been able to do that by themselves. Normalcy has returned. Elections are continuing. The electoral process is continuing right now at VGC, where we're told there are 8 of the 10 polling units that the INEC Rec in Lagos says elections will resume this morning. We're trying to make a point, Dr. Kundayo.
I was talking about the power of followership, able to change things, and we could see this happening in that VGC. Yesterday, they protested, you can't disenfranchise us, we have to vote, and they won. And that is to say, if we can go ahead too, even in governance, new leaders are coming now. Followers need to rise up in the constituency, demand for their House of Reps of Assembly, where is your constituency office? Yes, and if not, another 4 years will come. So don't tell us you are returning, because you will not return anywhere.
Well, you talked about education. The political education in VGC might be different from
yes, exactly. Those are the variables.
Another part of Lagos.
Now, let me just tell you this. Do you know that people in the rural areas are more politically educated than even the people in the city? I could see that in Ekiti.
Forgive me.
Yes,
let's draw a difference. Is it voter education you're talking about, Dr. Awareness, or political education? Because they are two different things.
I would say political education, which is all-encompassing. Understanding politics at the grassroots. In fact, most of us elites, we don't really have this understanding. And that's why it is time of election, we are all for, oh, okay, I want to vote. But give it to people there, even at the rural areas, semi-urban area, they attend ward meetings. They know what is going on. They are current. And that's why you can see voting pattern in Ogun State. No azus, no violence, and you can see them choosing, and majority. Go to Ekiti State, the same thing, and so, but people in the urban area, it's when the election season comes, then they start running, and that has been our undoing, that we have elites that, they can't even give us a sense of direction. If you could see this before the election.
Can I ask you then, Dr. Ekunayo, what are the lessons for the followers cum electorates now? The election is being concluded by May 29. Those who all swearing in is going to happen for the places where elections have been held. Houses of Assembly and, the legislature is going to happen maybe, sometime after May 29. What are the lessons for the people? Because now we have 4 years. Most of the time you just wait. And it's during the elections, okay, Shebi, you are going to come back. Okay, but do we have to wait until that time?
No.
And then even for the political leaders, what are the lessons for them?
Now, for the electorates, it's time to interrogate the leaders just now. By May 29, it starts counting. And they need to be reminded. After even 1 month, tell them, 1 month, 30 days or from your 4 years, this is it's true. And we are not even seeing your impact. And you have not even scheduled constituency meeting with us. Some of them don't even have constituency office.
The argument to that will be, as soon as they get into power, sometimes they become inaccessible. So maybe you could explore what channels they could use to hold these people to account.
Yes, that's a good question. Now, followers, we shouldn't just be waiting for another election season. We can mass up, and form a group. That will be interfacing. We have the social media there. Twitter is there. Instagram is there.
Political party?
Yes, to really checkmate the House of Assembly member, House of Rep member, even the senators. At the state level like that, and you begin to interrogate them and tell them something. You promise us this in your manifesto. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4. We are not even saying 1, and it's about 6 months now.
Please speak to just a second.
I don't want to.
No. He mentioned this earlier, but there's something Millicent said, and I think we should expatiate on it a little further. Opposition parties, they also have representation. For instance, the two other parties, the PDP and the Labour Party, have significant, put them together, they're more than 50% of the people who voted for the president. So is there a role for them that should be active while the president's in office?
Well, that will even improve our democracy and governance. But you know what? After election season, do you know what happened with the opposition parties in Nigeria, which I'm not really happy about? It's about position. It's about the role they will play in the new government. And you will soon see people moving now. I can tell you, from next week, Ayo, go and write it down. I'm not even talking May 29. You will see people gallivanting and moving to APC because that is the ruling party. But it shouldn't be so. There are some people that are supposed to stay in their party and build their party. I don't want to be a spokesman for any party now. But that is what's supposed to be. So that they checkmate governance. I remember the days of UPN. You see somebody like Ebinotopsy, Ebenezer Babatokwe, Director of Research and Publicity, massing against MPN, telling them, no, you can't do this, you can't do this, really releasing press releases. It's supposed to be so. But now, you see opposition, they just sit down. Most of the things that happen with the ruling party is because oppositions were just dormant, unlike Adasika.
Doctor, in that same breath, I wanted you to speak to the issue of the House of Assembly. Let's not forget there's not the governorship.
Thank you for that.
The House of Assembly.
Yes.
Places like Lagos, Kano will be throwing up like 40 people who will be representing them at different constituencies.
Yeah.
Now, the impression sometimes Nigerians have is that most of these houses of assembly are rubber stamped to the executive. How do we change that trend?
Now, that you are in the same political party does not mean it should be business as usual.
It will cost you your next election.
I don't really believe in it. If we work together and we are looking at what I call governance, you see, no, it's true. We are looking at governance, what is best for our state, and what is best out of that for my constituency. You see, I think it should be something that, you know, we discuss together, we look at it, what do we have in the budget, how can we make it to work for the people? It's the people that put us there. But you know what, many of our leaders are in that position. It is just about themselves. It's just about, you know, their family. We should not be. It should be for the people. The office is held in trust for the people, and they should be thinking about the people.
My biggest worry is the amount of people that actually come out to vote at the end of the day. That very small amount compared to the number of people who collected PVCs.
That shows our political, what will I say, not just education, you see, but rather even this thing we have for political activities. Because many of us look at, it's politics, so I don't want to touch it. So forgetting that it governs their life. You see, your child going to school, it governs that. The health center you are going to, you know, you are going to in case you are sick. You know, it all encompassing. And it is right now that the national, I've said it before on Sunrise, the national orientation, I mean, what do you call them?
Well,
national orientation agency. I don't even know whether they are breathing or whether they are. You know.
They still have their own budgetary allocations as well. But you know, we'll perhaps maybe closing on this one, on the fact, Dr. Kundaya, that every Nigerian has employed 10 members of staff. The president, the vice president, the member of the Senate, the member of the House of Representatives, the governor, the deputy governor, the member of the House of Assembly, chairman of the local government, vice chairman of that local government, and the councillor. 10 members of staff every Nigerian has, whether you pay tax or not, whether you have a job or not, you are paying 10 members of staff. I don't think that reality is...
It's reducing unemployment. Well, that's just on the lighter side. But is it actually, we need to, is going forward, it's a huge task before the new governor, I mean the new government. You see, because we need to review some of the things. You know, there are so many agencies, so many positions, like you said, what are the roles? You see, what are the responsibility for this position?
No job description, right?
No, the job description, thank you for that. You see, and you now see, you know, what they are entitled to. House, accommodation, this, that, fleet of vehicles, will be fuel, will be maintained. I know from our budget, you see, and we look at ourselves, you know, I see some people, even the airline, say Nigeria is a big country. You see, we are very wealthy, we are rich. No, it's a fallacy.
well, maybe potentially, because, I mean, if you aggregate all of the natural resources that we have, it's quite a lot.
Which are not really exploited.
Well, Dr. Kudai,
essentially, leadership should be service.
It should be service. Yeah. It should be service that flows from the heart to the followers, to what the followers anticipate, are yearning for, are longing for. That is very important. You touch their hearts.
Okay, that's a good. You know, sometimes I just wonder. I just feel that sometimes, in all honesty, these people know what leadership should be. But well, you can infer the rest.
Dr. John Ekudayo, a leadership consultant, we have to thank you very, very much for your time and perspectives this morning. We've also had Professor Emmanuel Ayede from the University of Ibadan. Thank you so much, Prof. Well, it's a good place for us to send you to the next
yes, our guys are already standing by.
Yes, next level, because I mean Abuja, yes, they are, you know, all of the results being collated and all, they are taking over this baton from us. So
maybe we'll say hello to them. Hello to Chamberlain, Maokwe, Nyota.
Before you push us off.
Before you push us, no, we've taken 15 minutes of your time, and we're sorry about that, but we're ready to go.
It's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you guys, by the way.
We're not complaining, actually. More if you want. We're that generous. We're not going to seize any ballot paper. We will become, have more if you want. Just ask.
Okay.
We're not asking.
Well, we have to go at this time and trust that, of course, you will take it from here and do justice as you always do. My name is Ayo Makinde.
I'm Millicent Walker.
And I'm Jeffrey Ozama. Back to you guys.